Lots of people love the look of certain Instagram filters, but those filters are locked down to only be used on Instagram. Well, not anymore. For starters, I'm going to go into how I actually created these LUTs, but if you're only here for the LUTs, then check the link in the description. There is a Dropbox folder with all 40 Instagram filters as LUTs, although some of them are a bit broken, and I'll explain that later on. So let's go into how I actually created these LUTs. Overall, the process was very simple. Basically, you just need an image that contains every possible color, then apply the Instagram filter to that image, then use the difference between the original image and the filtered one to create the LUT. In practice, it was a bit more difficult than that. The tool I used for this was the IWLTBAP LUT generator. It's a free tool which I'll link down in the description that generates images known as HALD images that contain all colors and luminance values to generate the LUT off of. Then I just had to create a new Instagram account and spam that image with all 40 different Instagram filters. Also, apparently posting the same image repeatedly with different filters was enough to get me dozens of likes and 2 new followers. One note is that I did have to use the larger 64x64 HALD for this. The 25x25 images were too small and got heavily distorted by Instagram's compression. This caused the finished LUTs to be corrupted and unusable. But once I had all these 64x64 HALD images uploaded and filtered, I just had to download them and load them back into LUT Generator to read out the color changes. Unfortunately, it isn't quite that simple either, and that's where the corrupted LUTs come in. See, LUTs are designed to hold color and luminance change information. It takes a pixel, figures out what color and brightness it is, and then changes its color and brightness based on that. A LUT cannot store information like vignettes, film grain, digital sharpening, or other changes like that. I'm sure you can guess where this is going. A lot of Instagram filters use heavy vignettes and sharpening as part of the filter, which messed up the algorithm LUT Generator uses to create the LUTs. This creates bizarre artifacts related to some luminance values becoming darker than others. The problems created by vignetting aren't visible in every LUT, and they're not visible in every image you might want to use the LUT on, but it does create some problems. I'm working on figuring out a way to remove the vignette or somehow otherwise eliminate its effects so that all the LUTs will be completely usable, so look for a version 2.0 of this video in the future. Anyway, that is it for this video. If you like this video, if it helped you to recreate the look of some of your favorite Instagram filters, hit that like button. If not, feel free to hit the dislike button. If you have any questions or comments about this, feel free to leave those down in the comment section down below. And if you want to see more videos like this, please hit that subscribe button.